Hey there, coaches. Good morning. It is Sanae Floyd here, business breakthrough coach and sales mentor. And in this quick live stream download this morning, I want to talk to you about what might be really going on with all of those I can't afford it and I need to think about it. Bye. And then you never hear from them again, people. So what I'm going to share with you today isn't like the finite solution to this. There are many reasons why you might be getting a constant response on your discovery calls of I can't afford it or I need to think about it, and you really know that they're not going to think about it. You've kind of lost them. There's many reasons why that might be happening, but we really need to dial into the mindset of what might be happening, because as I always say, you can have the most brilliant strategy in the world, but if you don't have the mindset set up, if your psychology isn't on point, then it doesn't matter about the strategy. And also you can get strategy from books. And also we're in an information age. You can Google strategy. You can look up strategy on the internet. But if you've been working at things and you feel like you've got the strategy, you're implementing, but things still aren't working, then that's when you need to dial in and go deep. And just by way of a quick example, I had a client that I was working with, and she was really gutted because she was getting this run of I can't afford you people. And it was confusing because I knew everything was on point. I'd worked with her. We'd done the messaging. We'd worked on the offer. We knew that her ideal client was really crystal clear. All of that was on point. So I was thinking there must be something else. And that's when we went deep and talked about what I'm going to share with you in this live stream. And she did the work. And in the following 2 weeks, the next 2 strategy calls, she booked both signups and she made her first £3,000 in the next 2 weeks. So this stuff is so important to bring to the surface and raise awareness too. So I'm excited to share this topic with you. So let's kind of imagine you've just created an incredible sales dynamic conversation with a prospect. You know they're a great fit for your coaching. You'd be really, happy to help them, privileged, honored to be their coach. And throughout that whole conversation, they are giving you all the positive signs that they want to work with you. So we're at that point. And then you deliver your pitch. You tell them about your coaching and your services. You explain your offer. And then you tell them your rates. And as you've been told to do, you then pause. You sit back and you stay quiet. And then you get the response. It kind of feels crushing. And the response is, I can't afford it. Or the other one, I need to think about it. But there's something in the way that there's a shift in the energy in that moment that you become really aware of, where you just know somehow you've lost them. You know that they're going to go away and they say they're going to think about it, but you've lost them. And you wait a few days or weeks and you never hear from them again. So if that's something that you are, you've had experience of, and maybe more than once, and you're thinking like, what is that? Then I want to raise your awareness to what is really being reflected back to you by these, and I call them precious experiences, because these prospects are gifts. And they are teaching you something. So I remember being really impacted by Neville Goddard's book called The Feeling is the Secret. And in that book is the line, the conscious impresses, the subconscious expresses. And if you subscribe to the principles behind the law of attraction, the law of correspondence, the law of cause and effect, then you'll know as within, so without, which basically permits you to view every experience as a lesson and therefore a gift. So what's the gift in these people that are telling you, I need to think about it like never, or the I can't afford you people? Well, what they may be reflecting back to you, if you are always attracting, which, we are, I believe we are vibrational. We are never not attracting. So what are they reflecting back to you? Well, it could be that you have deep-rooted lack of self-belief in your own value and your own worthiness. And that is what is being brought into you. So these people are actually a reflection of your own deep-seated belief, because you reflect who you are and what you are and your deep-seated beliefs about yourself. So I always think, from the neck up, visually from the neck up, you may be rocking it. You may feel really good about your rates and your offers and everything's on point. But if at some level beneath the surface, you doubt yourself, you have low self-worth, or you don't feel deserving, any of that stuff, that's what these gifts are showing you. They're here to teach you. But one of my clients often say to me, oh my God, do my prospects know this? And that's why they're sort of suddenly turning off me. And the truth is no. So don't worry, your prospects aren't aware of this. But essentially what they're doing is they are subconsciously picking up what you are subconsciously putting down. So think of it this way. We are never not communicating. You've heard the stats, 7% of our communication is verbal. The other 93% is non-verbal. So it's, we're constantly communicating through our body language, through our posture, through our tonality, and then all those kind of really barely perceptible ticks and fidgets and shifts that give us away. It could be your skin tone changes color, you flush up, your pupils dilate, you swallow nervously, or your jaw tightens, the skin around your lips tighten if you're nervous. All of those things are communication, forms of communication. And your prospect doesn't know why, but they're kind of picking up this feeling internally that tells them, do you know what? Something doesn't feel quite right. I really need to think about it. So from a subconscious point of view, they're feeling something's off, but they don't know what. So it's not that they suddenly turn off you, but there's something within them that just makes them want to pull away. And that's when you get, I need to think about it. Or if what you're putting out is, you don't value yourself, or you don't value your offer truly at the rates you've put out there, then you'll get the I can't afford you people. So they are a gift. Got to really own that and see them as that. So what's the solution? What do we do about it? Well, the first thing is, if this is resonating with you, then celebrate this as awareness. Awareness is often all you need to create that change. So celebrate the level of awareness that, oh my God, it's not my offer, it's not my message, I'm not off point with my ideal client. All of that is good. It's just, I need to do this deep inner work. Also consider, so first of all, raise awareness to it. The second thing is consider, just to kind of like really solidify this, is consider any other areas in your life where this low self-worth or lack of self-value may be showing up. So another example, I had a client who was having this experience and getting really frustrated. And so when we got on the call, we kind of just dialed into like, what else is going on in your life? And it was a really easy conversation, because all of a sudden she was like, oh God, I'm so like frustrated. And basically she was explaining to me how her family, she's got 2 teenage kids, and they come home from school and they fling the bags on the floor. They don't help around the house. She said, my husband doesn't do anything. And I'm like, I'm trying to run my business and I'm doing everything in the home, and I'm like tearing my hair out. So I was asking, well, could the kids help? Is there something you could ask your husband to do? Could you delegate? What's going on? And she just said, no, well, not really. The women in my family, we do everything for our families, and we're kind of bottom of the ladder, really. And it was that statement that she kind of gave away this belief that I have no value. I'm the bottom of the ladder. The women in our family, we do everything. She actually said, we have little importance. We're the bottom of the ladder. And when you think about, oh gosh, so that's where it's showing up in her personal life with her family, but that belief is kind of rippling into her business. I have no value. I have no importance. I'm the bottom of the ladder. So with that going out, no wonder she was attracting people who reflected that belief back to her. So I have no value. You're going to attract people who say, I can't afford you, because they can't see your value. Make sense? So it's so important to understand this. So as you raise awareness, look at where else it might be showing up in your life, just to really kind of, again, to open that lid and think, wow, this stuff is really in here. And then start just owning your value in the world. You know, by virtue of you being born, you are worthy and deserving. But not only that, but you also bring all of your experience, your years of training in life school, your knowledge, your skills from your work or professional skills, your own personal experience of going through your own journey, navigating your own struggles, finding a way out. All of that compounds your value. So it's about owning that, really standing in your power as somebody who can make a difference in the world. And when you've had this conversation with a prospect, you can help them, just own that, kind of really get into that frequency and start just doing all the affirmation work, do your mindset work, but really own the fact that you are worthy and valuable just as you are. And that will make such a difference to your sales calls, because you can't attract people that aren't at your frequency. So step it up, own your worth and your value. Okay, guys, so I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall speak to you all again soon. I will just say, quick, if you've got comments or questions or this resonates with you, just drop them below. I love to hear from you, and I shall speak to you all again soon. Okay, bye for now.